What's up, guys? How are you doing today? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today I want to talk to you about buying or renting. Should you buy a house or should you rent a place in Canada? Pros and cons. So if you're thinking, Igor, why haven't you posted any videos for like 4 or 5 days? The reason is I've been to Dallas, Texas. I've been in the United States, and I'll make a detailed video on my trip, on how it was there, in one of the following videos, because there is so much information I have to edit. I was shooting a wedding there. I would also like to tell you guys that I'm working on my real estate license here in Calgary, and once I get it, I'll make a post in the comments below and I'll pin it on top so you can see the information. Now, let me tell you about owning a place versus renting. For example, if you see this place in front, like behind me right now, in front of you, you own the place. It's your own place, your own rules, you know. You can decorate the place, you can make it look better, you can set up your own rules and follow them. It's, you know, it's really good to own your own place. I know this place on the back of the houses are not pretty, but that's how, you know, people build their garages and everything here. But it's having your own place. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's a Canadian dream. When you come to this country, you want a trampoline behind it, because why not? It's your own place and you don't need anyone's permission to do so. When you own a place, you can have a barbecue, you can have whatever you want in your place. When you have your own place, you're building your own wealth, the place, and nest for your retirement. Because once you retire, you don't want to be renting place from anyone, right? So it's a kind of an asset. It also helps and forces you to save money. Let's get to another alley. By the way, you see, you can see when you own a place, you can have a boat behind it as well. So there's lots of benefits of owning a place. Now, if you ask me what is cheaper to rent or own a place, I'll leave a link in the description of this video to the National Bank of Canada. Go to that link and check the calculator. It's going to tell you about the mortgage payments and the interest and everything, and you can actually figure out if you want to own a place or rent a place. Now, what are some negative aspects of owning a place? It's a long-term commitment. So if you have one of these houses like this, it's difficult to move because you have to sell the place. It's lots of liability and expenses. For example, if the roof leaks, if you rent it, the landlord is going to fix it for you. Now, if you own the place, you're the landlord, you're the owner, and it's an expense. It may be more expensive. You have to pay for all of your utilities. You can actually write off some of the taxes if you have a good accountant, but yeah, it's expensive to own a place. Basically, if you own it, it's more difficult to move. You don't have that freedom of, you know, just moving to another town with your family if you want to. Like, you do have, but it's going to take more effort. You can just take off and go somewhere because you have a place to take care of for yourself, and there is an interest and the mortgage payments that you have to pay to your bank and all that stuff that comes to you that can make you feel a little bit insecure in case you lose a job because you have a house, a place to pay for. Now let's talk a little about renting a place. Most of the time it is cheaper to rent. You can put off money into other kinds of investments. You can take the money that you saved from renting and put them, I don't know, Bitcoin. I don't do that, but it's just an option. Also, fewer expenses. You don't pay the property taxes, you don't have to repair the roof if it leaks, and all those things, liabilities are on the landlord, and you're just renting from them. If you're renting a place, sometimes the utilities are included, such things as internet. Sometimes you don't have to pay for water or electricity. Some places are even furnished, so you don't even have to buy furniture. So there is lots of opportunities when you are renting and benefits. You can move, you can, you know, cancel the lease. Now, of course, you're bound by the lease. It's kind of a negative thing about renting, but it's easier to get out of a lease than to sell a house. It's faster and it's cheaper. You have more freedom of such kind. You are free to cancel a lease, but there is a termination fee. Also, you don't own the place. If you're renting this, it's not your place. If you're renting that place, that's not your place. What means is that you're on the mercy of the landlord. If the landlord says, okay, take your stuff out and get out of here, I don't want to rent it anymore to you, you have to move out. You know, you are, you know, you don't own anything. You kind of save money, but you don't own anything. That's kind of a benefit of buying a house, is because you are forced to save and you own something. And if you're renting, well, you're spending money, but you have no right for that place because you're just renting it from the original owner. The other negative aspect is landlord shows up and says, I'm increasing your rent. Rent always goes up. Rent never stops. So if you bought that place, okay, you bought that place, now you're paying off the mortgage, interest, principal amount and everything. After X amount of years, depending on how long it's going to take you to pay it off, this place is yours. You don't have to pay rent for it anymore. Now, if you are not buying a place and you're just renting, then you're going to keep on paying. And by that year, and even the years, it always goes up. And for example, principal amount for the house that you're paying off, it tends to go down, right? Or it stays at approximately the same level. It doesn't go up each year, just like rent does. So that's kind of a negative side of renting, because you don't own the place. You don't have the freedom to do whatever you want. You cannot take down the place and rebuild your own place on over it. You cannot do any renovations without approval, and it's not your place to do so. So it's kind of, you're free to move. It's easier to invest into other accounts, but you're stuck in somebody else's house. Another negative side of renting a place is, of course, you know, you are helping someone pay off the mortgage. So if I were to have two houses and I would have mortgage on both of them, I would just rent out one of them and live in another one. So one of them is going to get paid off by those people who are renting it. And plus I can write off some taxes on it, talk to your accountant about it. So personally, I, following the Canadian dream of owning a place, I prefer owning the place. And I want to find out what you think about it. Check out the link for that calculators and see if it makes sense for you to rent versus owning. But remember that pros and cons in this video that I told you. Watch it over, share it with your friends, guys, because this is something that I wanted to share for quite a while, because I know lots of my friends who do not want to own a place and they prefer renting a place, but at the same time I have totally different of perception. I prefer owning a place rather than renting, because I feel that I'm saving more. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you think this video was helpful, smash the like button, and of course I want to find out your opinion, comment, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe, guys. Also check the comments below if you see me commenting about me getting my real estate license, because I'm working it right now, going through the course, paid for the online program to do that, and that's something that I want to do to help you guys. I'll leave the information there, and if it's already there, just call me. Okay, we'll see you in next video. Have a good one.